In a small village nestled in the mountains, there lived a wise monk named Master Li. He was known far and wide for his wisdom, patience, and the serene way he lived his life. People from all over the kingdom would travel to seek his guidance on various matters, whether they were troubled by life's challenges or searching for deeper meaning. One day, a young man named Jing, full of ambition and desire for success, arrived at the monastery. He had heard of Master Li's reputation and believed the monk could teach him the secret to achieving greatness. Jing was tired of the ordinary life in his village, where he felt his potential was wasted. He dreamed of becoming someone important, someone who would be remembered forever. With determination in his eyes, Jing approached Master Li, who was tending to his small garden outside the monastery. "Master Li," Jing said, bowing respectfully, "I have traveled a great distance to learn from you. I want to be successful, to achieve greatness. Please, teach me the secret to becoming the best in whatever I do." The old monk looked up from his garden and studied the young man for a moment. He could see the burning desire in Jing's heart, but he also saw the impatience and restlessness in his soul. "Very well," Master Li replied calmly. "But first, you must help me tend to the garden. There is much to learn from the earth." Jing was puzzled but agreed. He spent the entire day working in the garden with the monk, planting seeds, watering plants, and removing weeds. He was expecting some profound lesson, but all he received were simple instructions on gardening. By the end of the day, Jing was tired and frustrated. "Master Li," Jing said, "I did not come here to learn about gardening. I want to know the secret to success, to achieving greatness." The monk smiled gently. "Patience, young one. There is a lesson in everything we do. Come back tomorrow, and we shall continue." Reluctantly, Jing agreed and returned the next day. To his surprise, Master Li asked him to gather firewood from the forest. Again, Jing obeyed, spending the entire day gathering wood and carrying it back to the monastery. His frustration grew, but he said nothing. This routine continued for several days. Each day, Master Li assigned Jing simple, mundane tasks, cleaning the temple, fetching water, preparing meals. Jing's patience was wearing thin. He had come seeking wisdom, but all he had been doing was menial labor. Finally, after a week, Jing could no longer contain his frustration. "Master Li," he exclaimed, "I have been here for days doing nothing but chores. When will you teach me the secret to success?" Master Li paused and looked at the young man with kind eyes. "Tell me, Jing, why do you want to be successful? What is it that you seek?" Jing was taken aback by the question. He had never really thought about it. I want to be recognized, to be admired by others. I want to achieve something great so that my name will be remembered." The old monk nodded. "And how do you plan to achieve this greatness?" "I will work hard," Jing replied. "I will dedicate myself to becoming the best at whatever I do." Master Li smiled again. "You have the right intention, but you are focused on the wrong outcome. True success is not about the recognition or admiration of others. It is not about your name being remembered. It is about the journey, the effort you put into every task, and the lessons you learn along the way." Jing frowned, not fully understanding. "But how will that make me successful?" "Let me tell you a story," Master Li said, motioning for Jing to sit beside him. "Many years ago, there was a young monk, much like yourself, who came to this monastery seeking wisdom. He was eager, ambitious, and determined to achieve enlightenment. He asked his master to teach him the secret to enlightenment. The master told the young monk to meditate every day, to focus on his breath, and to clear his mind of all thoughts. The young monk followed these instructions diligently, but after several months he grew frustrated. He was not achieving the enlightenment he desired. He went to his master and asked, "Why am I not enlightened yet? I have done everything you asked." The master replied, "You are too focused on the result. Enlightenment is not something you achieve through desire or ambition. It comes when you let go of the need for it and simply embrace the present moment." The young monk did not understand at first, but he continued his practice. Slowly, he began to let go of his need for enlightenment. He stopped worrying about the end goal and started to appreciate the act of meditation itself. He learned to find joy in the practice, in the stillness, and in the simplicity of each breath. One day, as he was meditating, the young monk suddenly felt a deep sense of peace and clarity. He realized that enlightenment was not a destination, but a state of being. It was not something to be attained, but something to be experienced in the present moment. The young monk had finally found what he was seeking, not by striving for it, but by letting go of the need to achieve it. Master Li looked at Jing, who was listening intently. You see, Jing, the true secret to success is not in the result, but in the process. When you focus on doing your best in every task, no matter how small or mundane, you cultivate discipline, patience, and wisdom. These qualities will lead you to true success, which is not measured by the recognition of others, but by the fulfillment you find within yourself. Jing sat in silence, reflecting on the monk's words. He realized that he had been so focused on the outcome that he had forgotten to appreciate the journey. He had been seeking greatness, but he had overlooked the importance of the small, everyday actions that build character and lead to true fulfillment. From that day on, Jing approached every task with a new perspective. He no longer saw them as obstacles on his path to success, but as opportunities to learn and grow. He found joy in the simple act of tending to the garden, in gathering firewood, and in serving others. Over time, he became known not for his ambition, but for his kindness, patience, and wisdom. Years passed, and Jing eventually became a respected teacher in his own right. People would come from far and wide to seek his guidance, just as they had with Master Li. And when they asked him the secret to success, Jing would smile and tell them the same story Master Li had once told him. For he had learned that true greatness is not found in the result, but in the journey. It is not about achieving a grand goal, but about living each moment with purpose, humility, and grace. And so Jing's name was indeed remembered, not because he sought recognition, but because he lived a life of true fulfillment. His story was passed down through generations, a reminder to all who heard it that the path to success lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Moral of the story: do not focus solely on the end result. Success is not about the recognition or rewards, but about the effort, patience, and dedication you put into each step of your journey. Embrace the process, find joy in the small tasks, and let go of the need for immediate results. In doing so, you will discover true fulfillment and success in life.